Okay, time to cast off. No boat's coming, excellent. This is what we want. Step down. With the gloves you can't. Not long got up, to be honest. A tad stiff. Whew, right, shall I leave that? I'll leave that there. Bit of a sad day. It's such a lovely mooring, this, genuinely. The Black Horse pub there. Some lovely bollards here, so no need to wrestle with mooring chains or any other similar shenanigans. And there she is. Still no boats. Bit of a narrow section ahead though. Right, we're off. Leaving the beautiful Black Horse pub moorings. Great Linford Park on that side. Already some people walking their dogs. Oh hello. Kev. So, the thing to do, mate, give us a call when you see what it's like. And if there's a mooring before or after, I'll just go straight there. If there's one just before or after, I'll do it. Yeah. I was about to wax lyrical. Well, I will. Look at that. Beautiful little pub. Absolutely lovely. Very nice staff, to be fair, as well. What was I saying? Right, yes, so just a little short move. I mean, I know I say this, aren't they all? Oh, hello. Don't know what it was. And the reason for this extremely painfully early departure, really, well, it wasn't. I'm exaggerating. Uncomfortably early. Oh, there's a boat. Yeah, so let's slow down. The reason for this early departure, because it can't be more than 7 a.m. or much more. Kevin's scouting out the mooring ahead, because what I need is to stop at the services. Kevin assures me these are the busiest services he's seen. So he recommended getting there early, otherwise you'd be behind a couple of boats. And some of them can be an hour at a time, as I've explained. Nice brew, but lukewarm. As it always is, of course. Even 10 minutes sat out here on the stern. It's not like 10 minutes sat in the living room. We've had gloriously sunny days. One or two of the days have been up to 20 degrees. Because the sun, once the sun gets taken away, it does cool down an awful lot. Anyway, you know, once the sun goes in, it cools down. Listen to me, expert meteorologist here. Do you know that boat Rama Rose, right? I saw that boat. I saw that boat up by Faisley Junction, I'm sure of it. But yeah, the reason I sort of sound a little bit surprised, mildly surprised, is that I don't come across that many boats. There's a fly who appear to do long distances. Most boats seem to cruise within like a 50, 60 mile range, you know, of an area, for obvious reasons. You know, they want to be close to family, to friends, to work. There aren't many who truly cruise long distances. I think a lot of YouTubers do it. Then again, I'm not going to name names, right? I'm not going to name names here. But I've noticed over recent years, when I go back and watch my old favourite YouTubers and some of, you know, and as I say, not naming names, there are, no boats, let's get some revs on. There are one or two of them who I've noticed only cruise like this required 20 mile, maybe 25 miles, you know. They cover that kind of a range. and so they're never really specific about where they are in any particular vlog, you know, because within a year you'd have seen everywhere that they visit, probably a couple of times over. So they're very artistic about the way they portray the locations, which is fair enough. You know, you've got local family and friends. I'm not, you know, I'm lucky enough that I'm retired. I'm a cold-hearted git, so I don't mind. I'm okay, not okay, but I'm sort of okay with leaving family and friends at a long distance away and just going cruising, you know. Yeah, I'm okay is not the right word. It's a compromise. When you want to travel, what are you going to do? Right, there's Kev. Hiya, mate.
Right, you got on the water point or just past the water point?
Right.
So you got two moorings on the water point.
All right, mate. So, so the one that I fancy is the one next to the water point. But to do that, I've got to go past the water point, haven't I? Am I right?
No, you don't have to. You can pull in at the water point and just nudge the boat forward.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, not straight away, but the mooring is after the water point.
Yes.
Right, okay. And is that one got Armco?
Basically, there are two moorings at the water point. Okay. So
When you no,
at the mooring, there's two, and there's one before the mooring, and that's also pins.
right. So pins is no good. So what the one I'm after, from what I picked up from what you said, is that there's a mooring, there's a stretch of bank there that's got Armco on it, and I will once I've filled up, I will pass the water point, and that's where it is. Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
That's
Brilliant.
It. Yes,
Okay.
Go beyond that.
It's quite funny when I talk to Kevin. It's almost like we sort of talk different languages. It's the weirdest thing. But Kevin and I like that because he's the same with me. When I've explained something, he needs to explain it back in his version of English. Anyway, the good news is the water point's free, and the miracle of miracles, this is one of the busiest parts, Kevin says, of the entire network in this area. The place I'm heading for, it's only a mile away from the Black Horse where I've been, and the reason I'm only going a mile on this move is because Kevin is really good at carpentry and joinery and just general boat DIY, and he's helping me install a new worktop. I've damaged the worktop and a new sink. I'm not happy with the sink at all. It's like a silly circular bowl with a circular drain. I'm not going to bore you with the sink. Let's just say I don't like it. I may do a video on it where you'll learn far more than you would ever want about the sink, the failings of the sink. Where was I? So yeah, not far to go. We're going down to Giffard Park. I've left very early because Kevin has told me, he's warned me about how busy this water point is. He fetches water from there on his bike and trailer and stuff. He doesn't always even take his boat down there. Sometimes so he's used this water point a lot, more than almost anyone. And yeah, he said almost every time he turns up, it's occupied. So, and this is why these sort of the unreasonably early start really. I had a vomiting session. Oh my god! I don't know what's going on because I had a kebab. I had food poisoning from a kebab up at Daventry back in January, would it be? And I had the same thing a couple of days ago here. I got some stuff out of that. It was the only thing I'd eaten. I mean, assuming it was food poisoning, who knows, you know. Don't want to get sued or anything. But my guess is there's some kind of an omelette from Asda, which I'd opened the day before. You know those ones that are ready to eat hot or cold? Got one of them. Had a few bites of it the day before and then left it. On the second day, I thought I'll finish that off. Had a couple of bites, didn't finish it. And a couple of hours later, I started getting stomach cramps. And by 11 p.m. I was really uncomfortable. My stomach was in a certain degree of pain. Not bad enough to annoy and keep you awake really, but not bad pain. And then I started vomiting. You know you're going to vomit and everything. So that's like the second food poisoning incident, if it was. Again, don't want Asda's legal team coming at me. Like 2 miles, a fifth of a mile to the services. So what I'm going to do, Kevin's found an absolutely fantastic spot, and I'm going to go there after I've filled up with water. An object or obstruction. Right. I don't know what that's about. That's usually not great news. Some sunken object or obstruction. Right. One thing about this southern part of the network, with it being, it's a wider canal, the Grand Union. It feels a bit wider than normal in many places, and that's really handy because there's wide beams and they do take up a bit more space when they manoeuvre. There's bollards down there, I think I can see it now. What I can't see is Kevin, which is odd. 100 yards, this is it, this has got to be it. So why did Kevin tell me that there was a spot? Because the spot seems to be taken. There he is anyway. This is the services. I can't, how kind is Kevin, right? He gets out of bed at like 7 a.m, some crazy time, to come and scout out this morning for me. Now what seems to happen is he said there's a mooring further down on Armco. I'm not seeing it. Me ribs. There we go. Cheers, Kev. You can make sure I don't drift too far, mate. So, mate, what I'm going to do, I'm going to dive in.
Yep. Dive in.
Dive in. I'm not going to dive in there. Not in. Do you know where's this mooring you were talking about?
Right. So the one I was talking about, if you wanted to stop before the mooring, was up
Yeah.
there.
Well, you said there was one after as well.
Well, this is a big two here, but there's enough permanent moorings. I just said there are 2 points at the water point, and the other one is beyond the bridge.
Oh, so the mooring.
The second boat. See, so there are 2 moorings here. Yeah.
Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start my water going. I'll put the kettle on and we can have a bit of a brew. Water, Elsan and rubbish, all done. Time to go and find a spot some more. Very close by. Kevin's sort of scouting on ahead for me. Absolutely invaluable. What a gent. I'm just gonna scoot past these. Now I want to stay here for a couple of weeks because me and Kevin are planning on doing more work on my boat, to be honest. And it's nice hanging out with him as well, to be fair. He's a nice guy. Now there seems to be Armco. There's Kevin. There seems to be a gap at the end. It's alright, no need to panic. Everyone likes to get as close as they can, which is understandable. But there is a big gap right at the end of this line of boats. So no problem. And there's where Kevin is.
Armco starts here. The only problem is there's a drop-off here.
There's a
bit of a drop-off down onto the path. But that's up, I've got
Yeah.
some sleepers there which can actually steps. And it's like that all the way to that boat.
Yeah, this looks okay, mate. I don't mind a drop. Just got to be careful. I'm just trying to drive the back end in. I'll tell you what, mate. Be quicker if you don't mind, if you can pull me in. Trying to manoeuvre in. This is where it's great having a mate on the bank. I'm loving it. Well, it's not as nice as the Black Horse, but where is? You know. To be fair, Black Horse is a one-off. This is a 3-star accommodation, yeah. I'd give it 3 on a good day. What? Oh, mate. You're not
Don't
making.
be by now.
You are not making any friends here, mate, with this kind of carry on. I'm telling you.
Because I've been here.
Tell you, boy, you're gonna get yourself in trouble, boy.